Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot thank you enough. We reached 10,000 subscribers, and as I promised, I went for 100% in neon white. Now, did I regret saying that? Yes, I very much did. And then you do not get hit by its lasers. You do not get hit by its lasers. This is the most insane 100% I've ever gone through. This game is made for absolute freaks. Not only did I need a perfect run on every single level, I also had to beat all 96 levels in one run without dying once. It is called White's Hell Rush, and trust me, it lives up to that name. But it's not just a crazy challenge, because we met some of the wildest and funniest characters I've seen in gaming history, witnessed some sad and insane twists, and somehow ended up with a story I couldn't stop thinking about. Over 90 hidden gifts, random achievements, slowly building up to some of the hardest levels I've ever touched. My friends, this is 100% that's going into the books, one that's going to define a lot on this channel. Thank you for coming along, and now please, enjoy the journey. Our journey starts off by being introduced to the Neons, sinners plucked from hell to do God's dirty work. But White finds it hard to believe he's in heaven. In this place, he's got some old friends and ex-lovers, but only one can stay, and he's got a score to settle. We see the pearly gates of heaven. People like White don't get second chances, but if he did, he'd do it right. So here is a second chance. The presiders of punishment announce that we must rejoice. We have arrived in heaven. They are the agents of God, and we are Neons, the sinners God judged most unfavorably. But we get a shot at redemption in their annual competition, the 10 Days of Judgment. We must annihilate the demons invading their holy land. Everyone receives a soul card containing a weapon befitting their past. Ours? The katana. And if we become the ultimate demon slayer, which we will, we earn God's forgiveness and our own place in heaven. They pull up a mask and put it in our face. We are now neon white. We're just guests here though. And these masks contain explosives, step out of line and kaboom. So we get a tutorial, very basic movement stuff, the foundations of neon white. I beat the first level in 42 seconds, which gives me a bronze. Yeah, no. The first level, I should be able to ace that first try. I'm not stupid. And I'm not, because my second try I cook up an ace and get the ace achievement. My neon rank went up and for some reason visually goes down instead of up. Next level, also an ace first try. I'm thinking, is this game really going to be that easy? Well, I'm gonna give you a quick spoiler, no that's not the case, but you'll see when it starts meaning business. Level 3 already gets a bit harder, but I grabbed the ace in 2 tries. Right now, this game looks so innocent. Neon White starts flexing on himself, then Yellow shows up. They know each other? White instantly recognizes him even with the mask on, but cannot remember exactly how. Yellow calls him a badass. White is confused on how an idiot like him remembers him so well, and apparently they rolled together for years and got up to some crazy stuff. Yellow wants to team up, but White works alone. Level 4 introduces the Elevate pistol, a gun that also gives us an extra jump. I thought I cooked, but nope, just gold. I accidentally pressed continue, but it's fine. We'll get back there later. Because we'll cook up an ace on level 5, and level 6 had me bouncing on balloons, and that's another gold. Unacceptable. There we go. Much better. Then we meet the alt girl, who, acts interesting. She also lost some memories, like how to hold a gun, which makes it extra concerning. Apparently White used to be a great teacher, and Violet wants him to teach her how to use a gun. And suddenly the game feels like an 18+ role-playing scenario I did not sign up for. Anyway, her name is Violet, and it's back to the gameplay. First a silver, then a gold, but of course, after that an ace. Level 8 is much longer than the others, but it's not too crazy to ace. Level 9, easy peasy, what do you think I am? This brings us to the final level of Chapter 1, or how they call them in the game, missions. The longest one so far, and actually difficult. There are 19 demons, and finding them all, killing them all, and still getting a good time is harder than expected. You need 37 seconds for the ace. It took a little while, the gameplay is starting to grow on me though, but if level 10 is already this hard to ace, I'm not exactly excited for what's coming next. Neon Red approaches us. White recognizes her, obviously. Then the dialogue goes completely wild for my minor self. White starts throwing Riz out there. Red is not impressed. For some reason he keeps trying, and I'm just sitting there wondering what the fuck the writers were smoking. Apparently she was his lover, which yeah, that was kind of obvious, but instead of explaining anything, she just refuses to clue us in and just runs off. We step onto the boat towards Central Heaven. White starts reflecting on his life and realizes that all these colored sinners seem to know him better than he knows himself. Mission 1 complete achievement. Violet's back, Yellow too. They ramble a bit more, but the only thing that really matters is Neon Green, an undefeated demon who's been on top for years, and apparently one of us might actually be able to compete. Wonder what that be. We enter Central Heaven and the game basically turns into a goddamn dating sim. Now we have to balance and boost our relationship status with other Neons. We meet Gabby, Mikey's secretary. She gives us a Heavenly Delight ticket. Naturally, we bust into Mikey's office, and Red's there too. We've got 10 days, and every day, Mikey assigns us a mission. First one, clean out Lower Heaven. For some reason, we ask why he is a cat. Red starts cooking us in dialogue, Yellow calls him John Cena, and Mikey just starts tweaking. White wants a drink, but apparently filthy neons are not allowed to drink alcohol. So we follow the cool cat on a cloud, and he takes us to the neon bar. The cat's name is Raz, the bartender, and he built this place for neons since believers don't come around here. Problem is, he doesn't even serve booze, because the believers hog all the good stuff. He does explain that we need to boost friendship levels though through conversations and gifts, so I redeem a ticket at the Heavenly Delight Church and get ice cream. Well, that's great. At least we get the Heavenly Delight achievement, but enough of that. It's time for some demon hunting. And for some reason, Yellow and Violet want to team up again. We respectfully decline. Oh god, finally the yapping is over. Time to ace some levels, baby. The game steps up immediately though. I cannot even clear the level normally at first, but once I get it down, that's an ace. Next level introduces Godspeed, a soul card that lets us dash forwards, and it feels amazing to use. What doesn't feel amazing is being a few seconds off the ace every single run. Eventually I nail it though, with an insane shortcut, and we keep using Godspeed and fight our first chunky demons. Easy ace. But the game is not getting easier. The next one is doable, but the level after that, well, it starts testing my patience. But we're not quitting. Then Yellow interrupts us again, yapping about the old days, cracking open cold ones and all that. Cool story, but it's time to get another ace! Smackdown, more like I smacked that ace straight into my pocket. We also grabbed the parry achievement. This is going better and better. As I'm learning the ropes, I breeze through the next 4 levels and ace all of them, finishing the mission with every single stage perfected. Mission 2 completed achievement, baby. The bells start chiming. They introduce the mechanical halo, a device that lets neon stay in heaven. To earn it, we have to overtake Green's score. To access the next assignment, I need neon rank 88. I've been acing everything, so yeah, we are moving on. White asks for a tougher mission. Mikey promises the next one will hit harder. I redeem another ticket, enter the library, and try to watch a movie that Mikey really likes to interrupt. So screw that, we're moving on, and I'm curious how much more punch these levels can actually pack. And if you were wondering why I'm not collecting gifts or trying to boost my relationships and stuff, relax! I'll grab those in the second playthrough, because we gotta do like 6. So chapter 3. How bad is it? Well, the first level already had me struggling way more than I expected, but once I got it down, level 2 introduced a stomp card, which lets us literally stomp enemies from above. Easy ace, by the way. Next level, another one down. Seriously, where is the challenge? Level 4, Dash Tower. I dashed through these towers faster than I probably should admit, and then grab that ace. The scent had been running around like boom, boom, bada, bada, boom, boom. Gold, fuck. Let's just hope I don't accidentally press continue like an idiot. Anyway, Violet shows up again. What? What the fuck am I playing? Jesus Christ, I thought I was playing a speedrunning game. After surviving some more absolutely soul-crushing yapping from Violet and Red together, I'm finally back to hunting ace medals. On the level Driller, I grabbed the ace and also unlocked the Cannonball achievement. The level after that, not insanely long, but insanely hard. A full endurance test. So many mechanics at once. Everything had to be picture perfect. But hey, just like Violet's pair of bonkers, I am picture perfect. Next up, Sprint, and I sprinted so fast that ace was collected in no time. Mountain is the level before the final one, and you still with me? Good, because that was another ace for the books. Final level of this mission, not easy, but not impossible either. After some practice and building muscle memory, I cooked like Gordon and secured that ace. Now Violet tells us about a place where we might find an artifact to help slay the demons, the old city. But if we see Yellow there, we have to kill him. She says he might kill us first. Mission 3 complete achievement, and Red says I'd be a complete moron to go to the old city. White doesn't listen. He's going anyway. We need rank 83 for the next tickets, obviously we have that. Then Yellow approaches us, and he's also talking about the old city. He wants me to join him. Now I'm genuinely wondering if he wants to kill me or team up. But he is very convincing, so we team up. Mikey doesn't want to send us though. He says the old city isn't for shrimps like us, but eventually we somehow convince him to assign the mission. It's time to head there with Yellow. This mission only has 3 levels. Now I'm not going to lie. Seeing only 3 levels kinda scared me. That usually means there's going to be one brutal one. First level, doable. Still no sign of those powerful weapons we supposedly came for. The second level, the Forgotten City, is much longer and took a bit more time than usual to ace. But we got it. We checked the giant clock tower and it's completely empty. Well, not completely. Here rests the Book of Death. Nobody really knows what it is though. White asks Yellow, what were we actually doing for a living? But then a mysterious voice asks us, how could have we forgotten? And says that it hurts him. It is Green. He finds the whole situation offensive, says he waited long enough. And then, Green slaughters Yellow like it's nothing. Holy what the fuck? White is furious, but Green makes it clear he won't let anyone stand in the way of his plans for White. Wait, his plans for White? Oh, we don't like that at all. Green challenges us, so we fight him. Now honestly, His fight is not hard. He has little crystals you need to break, and once you do, you can damage him a little. It looks intimidating, but it's actually pretty simple. His projectiles are easy to dodge. It didn't take long before I unlocked the clock tower achievement for beating him. But here comes the big but. 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Not even a gold medal, and definitely not an ace. So now I had 2 goals. First, get the ace medal, and second, a way more important one, the clockwork achievement. When Green is on his final breath, he runs toward the clock tower. To unlock that achievement, you have to kill him before he reaches the clock tower. Now that maybe sounds simple, but it really isn't. This achievement is insanely difficult, like really stupidly difficult. It was fun learning the mechanics though and optimizing everything like a maniac, but it was also extremely brutal. Every second matters, every moment has to be clean. But I figured out something. You can actually shoot him at the very start of the level. Just a tiny bit of chip damage, but that tiny bit of chip damage makes all the difference. And eventually, that was enough. Clockwork achievement unlocked, and of course, that comes with an ace medal too. White is furious at Green. Green talks about the Book of Death and then mentions the Book of Life. Apparently, he has big plans for White. And dashes off. Mission 4 complete achievement, and then it gets worse. Yellow is announced as murdered by White. Oh, excuse me. No, that sick bastard Green set us up. Green just put White in the worst possible position. Violet is happy, which is even more crazy, because it wasn't even us. We tried to convince her, and she believes us, but White isn't exactly thrilled that she basically was celebrating Yellow's death. White is grieving badly. Yellow had his back. Violet is the one constantly causing problems, and then Violet turns hostile and attacks White. So yeah, hopefully we didn't just make another enemy. Anyway, with our beautiful Neon rank 65, we unlock the next assignment. Mikey's actually proud of us for climbing the rankings this high. White is still grieving Yellow though, and then tries to explain to Mikey that it wasn't him. And Mikey actually believes us. Man, I love this guy. The next assignment introduces a new soul card. Mikey sees that we're different, and he believes in us. And that honestly gave me some confidence. I redeemed my 2 tickets, just some nice little side content, nothing too crazy. But what really matters is the next mission. White needs to stop thinking about Yellow, and oh look, it's Violet. Or maybe not. That lone wolf mentality finally paid off. This mission is all about the soul card Fireball. It shoots like a shotgun and you can use it kinda like Godspeed, just shorter range. First level is a quick ace. Second level, Ringer, was interesting. This time I actually had to save my shotgun shells instead of burning the soul card instantly. Then use it perfectly at the end. It took a few tries and some actual brain usage, but we got the ace. Next level made me realize Fireball can launch you in basically any direction. Also, this is where the game officially stops playing nice and just beating the level felt impossible. When I finally cleared it, I got a gold, and that's unacceptable, so I ran it back a bunch of times until that sweet ace popped. After that, I was collecting ace medals like they were on sale. Close calls, sure, doesn't matter, an ace is an ace. We talked to Red and tell her it wasn't us who killed Yellow. She already knows that, and yeah, she was right about the old city. She knows we're planning to take down Green, and she also knows we're probably going to ignore her warnings again. We stand our ground. Red tries to talk us out of it. White wants context, but Red shrugs it off. Come on, she runs, so what do? We run as well and get some quick aces. We were going crazy with fireballs, almost first tried it but finished it quickly after. I'm flying through these honestly. The level demolition? Lots of kaboom, lots of kabling, that's another ace. Next one, even more kaboom, just as much kabling and ace again. Final level of this mission had me completely lost. Where do I go? Why is this so big? Is this a maze? Not exactly what you expect from this game, but we adapt. Ace secured anyway. Turns out Red finished faster, but she gets surrounded by demons. Of course, we help her out and in return we ask for intel on Green. Red already tried hunting Green years ago. The halo gives him godlike powers, but it also keeps him under the believer's control. Slowly, he started losing his mind. He's not defending the halo because he loves it, he is following orders. The best you can win in this whole system is enslavement under the believers. At worst, you end up just like Green. Now the questions started to pile up. Why do the believers even host this competition? What do they want with Green? White was fed up. He wants to rip that mask off, but Red thinks there's an actual way to win. The Book of Life. It might hold the truth, and she asks if we help her get it. I don't think we have much choice. Of course we will. We get the Mission 5 complete achievement, and then some neons had snuck into some heavenly territory at night. The believers slaughter every single one of them. A little lesson for the rest. Yeah. These heavenly dudes are not looking great right now. Anyway, we're rank 55 and needs rank 78 for the next assignment, so naturally I happily agree to Mike again. But Mikey's not buying it, but he'll let it slide. Next mission, the Hanging Gardens. Except Red already went ahead. White's worried a little, we head out and immediately get tripwired by Violet. Well, we tell her that she won't be an obstacle and that we like the rush. Oh, she did not want to hear that. Tripwires are introduced, an insta-kill. They instantly unlocked the Trippy achievement for me as well. This level made me trippy too. Hard to clear and even harder to ace, but we got it. Then got another ace right after, and another one. I also grabbed a not very effective achievement by depleting White's sword for the very first time. Now I'll be honest, after some practice, those tripwires become way less scary once you understand their patterns. They're actually pretty predictable. White and Red flirt a little, and then Violet shows up. Red mocks her the little traps, White calls them predictable, which, I mean, they are. Violet starts pushing emotionally, bringing up Yellow, twisting it, suggesting it meant nothing, maybe implying she'll kill Red too. White crashes out, which is a very understandable crash out. Red tries calming him down, and then there's some weird moment where we want to be called sexy or something. Yeah. Maybe this game isn't being played for the dialogue, but it's time for the level Shocker, baby. This one introduces leaf pads that launch you at some insane speeds toward whatever the arrow is pointing at. Honestly, a pretty sick mechanic. Getting the ace here wasn't too crazy, neither was the next level, but it was cool. I unlocked the Mikey's Pet achievement for earning 50% of all the ace medals, so yeah, I'm basically Employee of the Month. Next level, I grabbed the Bloody Knuckles for depleting the fist cards you get after the katana breaks, and of course, shortly after that, the ace secured. At this point, I'm on a roll and feeling like God himself. I cooked the second to last level and cleared the final one way too quickly. The last one had some difficulty, sure, but nothing worth crying over. After that, White wants to make things right with Violet. Violet sort of agrees, but refuses to apologize for trash-talking Red, because apparently Red is trouble. We obviously disagree. She's the one placing traps everywhere like it's a hobby. But Violet does make a point. Red has been gatekeeping a lot about White's old life, about Green, and then she drops it. Green was her old boss. Holy shit. And she leaves us with that bombshell, and now we're just carrying that around mentally. Mission 6 complete achievement, and a lot of Neons have been disqualified or mauled by demons. Green calls us out and wants to meet in the Hanging Gardens. White starts pressing Red for answers. Does she know who Green was in life? She claims she knows nothing. Oh, she is just lying. I just cannot prove it yet. I check in with Mikey, and he wants to assign us to the toughest parts of the Hanging Gardens, and he is actually a little sad about it, because this is the point where even the strongest Neons start losing their steam. Alright, Mikey, let's see how tough this really is. Oh, and Green's here. He's slaughtering Neons like it's nothing. We demand him to tell us who he is, and he says he's our creator. Then he runs off like a coward. So now we've got to chase Green, and some ace medals to collect, of course. These levels introduce force field bubbles. You cannot shoot through them, you have to step inside and back out of them to break them. Nevertheless, it's an easy ace. And the next level? Easy ace. And the one after that? Oh, baby, I'm literally a god! All jokes aside, this was generally one of the easier missions, and aside from the first two, obviously, we're closing in on Green. Just as we are about to attack, Red jumps in with her rifle and she tells us to run. It's too late. Green grabs her by the neck. But he talks too much, and White realizes they knew each other in life. Green throws Red to the ground hard, luckily survives, and I got killed by a mimic chest though, which unlocked the mimic achievement. Back to demon hunting! Either the difficulty isn't ramping up, or I am. One of the two. Now the mimic chest is a pretty cool mechanic. When you kill it, it shoots out insta-kill projectiles. You can use them to your advantage, or they can completely ruin your run. Not easy, but compared to all the other suffering I've already endured, manageable. White is furious at Red for lying. Red says she hid the truth so White wouldn't get distracted. White wants the truth now, and he gets it. Because in life, they were parts of a small assassin group. Green was their boss, and he had favored White. Things were fine, until Green became a little obsessed with revenge against his old partner, Blue. He wanted one last mission, a heist, at Blue's manor. Everyone said it was a bad idea, they did it anyway. And it costed their lives. Anyway, mission 7 complete achievement secured. White has a new plan. Go to Heaven's Edge and find the Book of Life there. We convince Red she's in. Now we need Mikey to assign it, but he can't. It's the believer's rules. Then he realizes what we are after, the book. Surprisingly, he doesn't seem to care that much. He's not exactly a believer fan either, but he gives us a warning. If the believers figure out what we're planning, they won't just blow us up. We'll be banished from heaven forever. White does not care though. Mikey walks off, clearly frustrated, but at least we're clear to go. Heaven's Edge is weird. Almost modern, but unfinished. And then Green? Wait, what? Is White going schizophrenic now? Red reveals her Dominion soul card and says we can have it if we can catch her. So we're off running around Heaven's Edge, and honestly, it is pretty damn fun. The Dominion soul card is basically a rocket launcher, but you can swap it for a grappling hook if you want, allowing for some crazy speedrun shenanigans. The grappling hook itself is kinda boring, but when the rocket launcher comes in, that's where the magic happens. No self-damage, explosive dashes, insane parkour. I was absolutely goated with that card. Ace medals were falling like candy. But maybe the 4th level, shoot, gave me a little trouble, but I was still nailing it. Caught up to Red and got the card. Red finds some glowing paper with names on it. Naturally, we head to wherever it came from. 4 more levels to clear, breeze through them, no problem. Final level mirror was also actually pretty easy. Huge screen, weird vibes. Is the sky even real? Mikey pops out of nowhere and explains the deal. God decided we went into the Book of Life or the Book of Death. Some people in heaven didn't like God's little system, so they waged war. The believers won that war, and they're basically a bunch of fakes. Mikey isn't sure where God is, but he doesn't think he's dead, because he's felt God's presence in White. The reason Green's here is to clean up demons, but he cannot do that all alone. So there's this judgment system, letting others do their dirty work. It's basically one big game. Mikey has no clue where the Book of Life is. God hid it too well. But we still have that glowing page. When Mikey sees it, he loses his mind. Says the glow gets brighter the closer you are to the book. We have to keep it safe. If a believer gets it, it's game over. Of course, Violet's spying on us. The mission 8 complete achievement is ours, and White suddenly remembers telling Green not to go to Blue's Manor. Green brushed it off though, claiming White is special. Thanks to him, he did never tell Red about that. We head to Mikey. Gotta stay under the Believer's radar. Mikey told the Angels about our plan. We were shocked, but apparently they want in. The Believers have been ruining their lives. We catch Violet spying again and pretend we want her on the team. Convince her in seconds. So we head north, following the page toward the Book of Life. Now, it's not insanely hard, but there were some failed attempts. Realizing I had to run all these levels without dying even once, yeah, I'm not excited for White's Hell Rush. After acing 5 levels, White starts struggling. Memories are flooding back. Revenge on Green? He wants it bad. Red gets it, but she wants peace. That might be harder, but she thinks it'll be worth it in the end. White drops some of the most ball-in dialogue I've ever seen, and then it's back to ace hunting. The upcoming levels were doable until level 7, Estate. This one is by far the hardest level in the game so far. Punishing, picture-perfect movement required, just like before, but now it's a maze. Scattered demons, no clear path. Somewhere in the level I got the vending machine achievement, and I got that because I was constantly accidentally activating it with my stomp card. And once I got it with a decent time, that's an ace. Final 2 levels, easy peasy lemon squeezy. The page started glowing brighter than ever. We are close. Violet starts crying, totally confused by why we've been so nice to her. White tries to forgive her, and then she fucking stabs White. She steals the page and laughs in everyone's faces. Violet's working for Green. Why? Because she barely got any attention from him growing up. White loses his shit, not even mad anymore, just asking why someone would kill their own team for validation from Green. Her plan: find the Book of Life and kill Red and White alongside Green. White is wounded, but mission 9 complete. We hear weird noises, and somehow they tell White that the book is at a temple. White has many questions. The voice says that he is God. White recovers. We head to Mikey to explain what happened. Red's confused, and Mikey practically gives up. But when we mention the temple, Mikey knows exactly what we mean. God used to recite there. He cannot believe that the book is there. It has been ransacked like crazy. White closes his eyes, he can see the path. Mikey just says that it's a bad idea not to trust such a vision. So we're off to following White's path toward the 3rd temple. This mission only has 2 levels, so I'm a little nervous. The first level, walk in the park. There's not even any demons. And oh, you can actually get a medal for it, so lucky me, I secured that ace. In the final level, we take in the corrupted temple. The voice returns, God's voice. Something drops from a massive hand. Holy shit, it's the Book of Life! The temple starts crumbling, Red falls, and we try to save her. But Violet pops up, pistol out. She forces us to the ground. And Green arrives too. He says the book only opens to the worthy. Violet gushes about Green, expecting him to share it, saying White won't get it. She hands the book to Green, and Green doesn't care. Even God denies Violet. And then Green slaughters Violet too. He has no intention of losing White. With Violet gone, Green uses White to open God's hand, knowing that White's soft heart would help him over any other neon. Green thinks he has the book and plans to take down the believers. He rambles about how God won't forgive you and trying to play the hero will only send you to hell. Green wants both books to annihilate everything. We are not giving him the book. And for that, we challenge him to a duel. the third temple. Here, we can not only snag an ace, but also chase another achievement. This one is a bit easier, it's just for beating green at the third temple. The fight, doable, but not exactly easy. And yeah, for the ace, we had to beat it over a minute faster. Turns out, I was also wrong. We've got the achievement, but there's also the Divine Intervention achievement for defeating green before reaching his final stage, aka the third temple. But on my second attempt, I did it. We strike at him and break his mechanical halo. That was not the goal. With that mistake, he now plans to take the Book of Death and starts his own Day of Judgment. As he runs off, Violet shows up. She's mad at green, which is understandable. And then, she blows up the goddamn Book of Life. Are we serious? The mission's complete, but Violet had to go full chaos. At the church, the presider of punishment is losing its mind. Green stole the Book of Death and killed a comrade. He will reward anyone who kills Green 5 years in heaven. Masks cannot be detonated without the Book of Death. Funny, because we Neons are basically immortal now. Every Neon leaves the believers to die. Red's fine. Mikey, not exactly thrilled. We inform them Violet's dead and the book is destroyed. Mikey couldn't care less. Green's out there with the Book of Death. But we can rebuild the Book of Life. But we need to act fast. The hour of judgment is coming. White, heartbroken, cries over all the deaths he's caused. Red, sick of this pitiness bullshit. She's been through the Day of Judgment plenty of times, always waiting for White. She forgives him. Says he should forgive himself. Red leaves and leaves behind a piece of the Book of Light. An actual soul card. White teleports with it, realizes this isn't over yet. Mikey comes along and fills us in on heaven, and the masks are from old angels who have been murdered, so thanks Mikey, great to know that. Anyway, the Book of Life page is now 8 cards and can be discarded infinitely. Look at it. It's literally God's power in our hands. I can teleport to any object, any demon at any time. To finish a level, we now must place the page in the Book of Life and try to restore it. That's the whole essence of the next 10 levels. It's pretty cool, honestly. What wasn't cool is the Ace Medals. The Book of Life is powerful, but the levels are harder because of it. Good news though, no more demon requirements. We're just restoring the Book of Life, not doing a real assignment. Low key, even though it wasn't easy, this card makes the game so fun. Highlight of the game, no doubt. Along the way, I got the surprise achievement for using the Book of Life on a Mimic, and yep, those stupid things still exist. Insta-kill if you're not careful. Guaranteed many runs will fail because of them. The Glass Ocean, where it all began. Souls floating, souls weighed down by remorse, never reaching the surface. But Red pulled us up that time. Mikey plots that this thing Red caused created a unique circumstance, one that could actually reach God. This must mean something. I was grinding more Ace Medals, baby, and look at that stupid Book of Life page go. This game is brilliant, absolute brilliance. I'm seriously wondering if it still will feel this way once the Hell Rushes hit, but right now I'm enjoying it. The final level of this mission was tough, almost 2 minutes, but I nailed it in under that. Pages collected, Red catches up, and all that's left is the Book of Death, and according to Mikey, the Inkhorn. The Inkhorn is God's pen, and he uses it to write in his books. We must reach the firmament, that wall we saw in Heaven's Edge. But Mikey has no clue how to get it out, and without the Inkhorn, God cannot return. This was of course the believer's plan. We complete mission 11 and enter mission 12, the Hand of God, aka Judgment Day. Mikey hits us with some emotional, hard-hitting stuff about letting go of the past and forging new possibilities. This is it. The final mission. Green mentions the window of Judgment Day is closing and we mock him. He hasn't gotten to the Inkhorn yet. Green laughs and he knows how to get through the firmament. Using the mass he's gathered by hunting all the neons like yellow and violet, he could blow up that firmament with ease. But there's one thing he's missing. A soul. And he isn't giving up his own. For some reason, Rat has no problem sacrificing herself. Not on my watch. I chase her through some seriously challenging parkour. She asks if we can bring her a better ending this time, and then takes off her mask. Explodes, and White feels devastation, sadness, and respectable anger. This is Green's ending. One last goddamn battle to finish this off. For Yellow, for Violet, for Red. The Inkhorn is revealed. This is the final stretch. The Absolution level drops in. We must reach the Inkhorn before Green. Dash, 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 portals, insane tricks. This is a top 10 boss fight of all time. We earn the Hands of God achievement and an ace. And no way! It's God. Oh no, it's just Mikey. The Inkhorn reunites with the books. God reforms. In the distance, Green laughs, climbing up the Hand of God. We use the Inkhorn, write Green into the Book of Death, and achievement unlocks. Book of Death achievement. Green transforms. White finally stops being soft. Green disappears from the face of the earth. God speaks with the Mikey. White, dead. Mortals shouldn't touch the Inkhorn. That's That's Neon White. Chilling, and pretty sad if you ask me. For our next playthrough, we will collect every single last gift, write green into the Book of Life, and grab achievements for relationship status and memories. And we also earn the Absolution achievement. Oh, and Hell Rush modes. I can't wait. I quickly used my last ticket for the lousy keychain achievement, and now it was time to start a new game and a new grind. Collect every single gift in every level. Wait. You can't get gifts after restarting? No way! You lose all achievements progress? I'm freaking out. My heart was pounding. Would I need to collect every single medal again? Have I been playing for nothing? And then I find a backup save in my local roaming folder. Through all the chaos, I'm back to my original save. Holy shit. I lost everything for a second there. But it's okay. I crushed the last 3 levels I needed an ace for. Straight A's achievement unlocked. And with that, we unlock Mikey's Heaven Rush. Now, we can hunt all 93 gifts in peace. I dove in to collect every last gift in the game, and honestly, it's pretty funny. Best part is grabbing a gift instantly finishes the level, so there's no need to actually complete it. Makes it a fun challenge instead of a tedious grind. Exactly how I want any 100% to feel, and a lot of games struggle with. Collect it until I unlock the gift collector achievement for finding the first half. Took me about an hour. Curious what would happen if I started giving gifts to the other characters, starting with Raz. You still remember him? We unlock the How Thoughtful achievement and chat a bit. I can give him some more gifts, one by one, special dialogue, but reading all 93 would take forever. Red also gives some dialogue and side quests. Train your soul cards. First elevate, then elevate again, and then purify. Harder, but still easy peasy. Did a Godspeed one, which unlocked a memory and the Sweet Dream achievement. Seeing white and red, worried about a heist. Gave my current presents to Mikey quickly, then Violet showed up with side quests, small dev runs, all doable, not hyped for her Hell Rush though, that's for sure. Also unlocked the Idiot achievement for entering Idiot Island and getting soft locked on one of her side quests. Then earned the Vault achievement for a memory showing Violet heisting a vault. Turns out she always hated Vite's pitying ways. He had all of Green's appreciation and Red's love. One more side quest left for her, and then I was out of gifts. Have not heard from Yellow in a while. His side quests? No discarding soul cards. Makes for some interesting gameplay, or well, I mostly felt like I was playing Super Mario Bros. Without the crack. Managed to complete 3 side quests, then unlocked a memory and the Trinity achievement. Yellow was badly injured during the Blue Manor heist. White tries to rescue him, but Yellow plays hero, falls, and that's all the info we get for now. Next up, the remaining 50% of the gifts. Now, one gift in Mission 7's last level sent me into a complete different realm. Simple parkour, chasing a man who kept placing new platforms. Beat it, got the strange coin, unlocking the souvenir achievement. Mission 8 also had a weird realm on level 6, similar chase, got another strange coin, cool, but plenty more gifts to hunt. Last one, another strange area. I just wanted that strange coin. Thank you very much. After that little coin spree, I needed 11 more gifts, all found in under 20 minutes, except the last one. The final gift hit in the marathon level. Secret route to the green hand portal thingy, got there, grabbed the final strange coin, also the final gift, unlocking the gift hunter achievement. Wait, but I got every gift. I rebooted the game and yep, the achievement popped. Thank God. I was sweating for a second. Back to redeeming every single gift. Started with Raz, some boring dialogue unlocks the Raz achievement. Neon Red has side quests, more interesting, completed them all, unlocking the Solitary Grace achievement, then a memory unlocking the Red achievement. The memory shows Red and White in the Blues Manor, fighting for their lives. Red's pissed at White. I gets even more pissed when he admits he cheered the group on falsely just to not disappoint Green. White regrets it and wants to make it right, escaping with the others right now, but they of course obviously fail. Unlocking Red's Hell Rush. Off to Mikey's I went, just had to click through 8 gifts and Mikey's achievement popped. Next up, Violet. Her side quest's definitely the hardest so far. Haven't seen all of Yellow's yet, but Violet doesn't hold back. Much tougher than Red's. Beat them all and snagged the rigged game achievement. Then a final memory unlocked, the Violet achievement. White wants to rest before the Big Blue Manor heist, but Violet wants to play some poker. White wins, as usual, and Violet sobs again, this time over jealousy of White instead of Green. This unlocks the Violet's Hell Rush. All that remained was Yellow for gift giving. Okay, side quests, I underestimated them. They're pretty tough. No discarding ability made it feel like a handicap. Frustrating as hell. Completed them all, earned the Don't Think achievement, and then a memory granting the Yellow achievement. Showing Yellow and White sharing some beers, talking about Green taking orders from Blue, Blue being a total asshole, and why he ended up with all the dough. Yellow worries though that they won't stay buddies after their heist. White promises they will, and they say cheers to that. Final goodbye from Yellow in death. Cool how he took a bullet, well, stab for White. Yellow remains a guardian angel. Yellow Hell Rush unlocked. That wraps up all the relationship achievements, though apparently Green has one too. So I quickly beat the final stage against Green one more time to get the true ending, writing his name into the Book of Life. Oh, that's what I thought. It's still locked, even after finishing all gifts and memories. Turns out, one character was still locked. That was Green. How do I unlock Green? By tossing a strange coin into the water. I boosted his relationship with him and finally unlocks 4 sets of memories. With the first, White and Green arguing in Blue's manner. White finds Green revenge obsession absurd, shows why Violet became the way she is. Vault is empty, everyone's pissed, Green just wanted revenge. In the second memory, we see White and Green training hard. Green's revenge addiction fully taking over and White questions the point. In the third memory, Green finally gets to Blue. He's dead. White points out they have to save Red, everyone else. Green shrugs it off. And in the fourth memory, White loses it over Green's revenge. Pulls out his gun, shoots Green, and Green tells him to finish it. Guards hear that, of course. White tries to save Red, but it's too late. Unlocking the Green achievement and the Whole Again achievement. Now it was actually time to finally face Green one last time. In the Red chase sequence, we earned the 100% achievement for collecting every in-game collectible. Then, officially beat Green and wrote his name into the Book of Life, unlocking the Book of Life achievement. White shows forgiveness toward Green, who didn't even ask for it, but deep down, knows he needed it. White simply says he can make peace with things, unlike Green's obsession with Blue. Green is sent to a beautiful place, leaving White to question his choice. God writes Yellow, Violet, Red, and White into the Book of Heaven, the true ending to Neon White. By the credits end, the gang is eating fancy food, begging Green for a speech. He passes the duty to White, who reflects their career wasn't a traditional, it wasn't always pretty, and there's scars to prove it, but it united them, and the crew should remember the good times over the bloodshed. Applause follows, and they take a final group photo, the same one we saw in the very beginning. This unlocks the cheese achievement, level rush mode, and all characters hell rushes. This wrap up took 22 hours and 40 minutes, leading into the ultimate challenge. Looking at Yellow's rush, every character has a heaven and hell rush. The heaven rush is a marathon of all levels, a practice run. The hell rush is the real deal. No restarts, one shared life, but you can discard the katana to heal and spawn any cards 3 times per run. So for fun, I tried Yellow's hell rush. I died on the first stage, but a couple tries later I was passing all stages in shuffle mode, a random order of Yellow's levels. Thought it'd be the easiest hell rush ever until I died at the very last level. Welcome to Hell Rush. So I had to do everything over again, but eventually I completed Yellow's hell rush. For all the other hell rushes, I'll ramble quickly about them here, but the full runs are linked in the description and comments if you want to see the completed runs. Next was Violet's hell rush. Also in shuffle mode, managed a 4 minutes and 32 second run, even testing a random route I didn't even know existed. If there's one run you have to watch, it's my Violet hell rush run. So Red's hell rush started immediately after Violet's, and I swear on everything, no lies, watch them. Just go watch them. The gameplay is insane. I swear I crushed it. Now, first case scenario, I wanted to do Mikey's Hell Rush first. It's essentially the same as White's, but every card is replaced with the Dominion cards, the RPG rocket launcher. But Mikey's Hell Rush was way harder than I expected. Grinding with the Dominion on all levels felt unnatural. Decided it'd be better to do the White's Hell Rush first, staying in the gameplay loop. So White's Hell Rush. Where do I even start? I was shaking throughout the entire time. Every single time, gave it a go. I was shaking like a baby, like a bitch. It was genuinely scary. But the strategy I applied was accidental, because I was playing the game initially with shuffle off, giving me consistency. I knew what to expect and avoided getting overwhelmed by meta changes. Multiple 45-minute runs failed at first, but I gradually learned the maps. Turning shuffle mode on finally made it manageable. Still tough, but far easier. After 6 to 8 more runs, I actually beat it and earned the White's Hell Rush complete achievement. An insane run, and you must check the description or comment section for the winning run. Gameplay shows me shaking like crazy by the end. Beating White's Hell Rush took me about 13 hours, which is actually underneath average. That's very impressive. I was really proud of myself. But there was still Mikey's Hell Rush. The fun, sadly enough, wasn't over. Mikey's Hell Rush still had to be finished. The entire run. Dominion cards only. Does this make things easier? Oh, absolutely, yes. But it also feels awkward at times. A lot of levels aren't really designed around the Dominion, so it took me about 3 hours to finally complete this Hell Rush. And after all that pain, the Heaven Rushes remained. I'm not covering these in details because they're the exact same as the Hell Rushes, but without the Miracle Katana and with respawns. I fumble a bit, of course, but just throughout them it took a little longer than usual because I was trying to speedrun and stuff, but no problem at all. And with that, you know what I got? 100% on Neon White. Oh my god! Wow! So yeah, now I did the most insane thing I've ever done in my whole entire pathetic existence. That's worth a likey and subscribe, you right?